Hello, and welcome to our full review of the Sci-Fi Dine In Theater. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for liking our videos and subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate it. Thank you for those that are sharing our videos with your friends and family that are big Disney fans. We are doing a full review of the Sci-Fi Dine In Theater, which we went to on our last trip to Disney. We have a 1 through 5 scale, 1 being the lowest, and 5 being the greatest. And we have a 5 category scale that we go through. We have theme, perks, value, food, and would we go back. So we don't talk about each category beforehand, so we're going to do that now. Let's start with theme. I think we might have the same number here. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, so go 3, 2, 1. Ah, they're not the same. Okay, so why did you pick a 4?
I gave it a 4 because the theming of it is that you're at a drive-in theater. So it's dark and you sit in a car, or there's tables that you could sit at, and it makes it look like you're outside at night, which I really like all that because we go to the drive-in a lot during the summer.
Right.
But I gave it a 4 because 2 reasons. The first reason is I kind of felt like it was a little too dark in there. And, like, I know it's supposed to be nighttime and it's supposed to be dark, and on the cars there's lights,
right,
so you
lights.
are able to see your food and the menu. But I wish that maybe those lights were just a little bit brighter.
Okay.
So that was 1. And 2, there's a possibility that you will share your car with other people.
Right.
When we went, we did do that. The very back, it was 3-seaters, and the very back, another couple sat at, which it didn't really bother me too much.
We didn't see them. We didn't necessarily have to talk to them. We could have if we wanted to, but there was somebody between us and them, which was your mom. So, like, we would have to talk past your mom to talk to them, just with how, like, many seats there are and stuff. We were the driver and the passenger.
Yeah.
Right, so...
And then if, like, you're just wanting, like,
a quiet,
with,
right.
Yeah, whoever you're with, or, like, family time or something, or maybe, like, that's the time where you're discussing something that you don't really want a stranger to hear.
Right.
There's a possibility that they may hear something like that.
I went with a 5. I thought it really hit the mark with being a drive-in theater, which, like you said, we go to a lot. We really enjoy it. We saw, a lot. So this past year, as far as Disney goes, we saw Aladdin at the drive-in. We saw Toy Story 4 at the drive-in.
Yep.
We saw The Lion King at the drive-in. And did we see any of the Marvels? We might have. I can't remember.
Yes, we did. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
What, like, if there's the drive-in, like, usually throughout the season, we'll go, like, 5 or more times to even different drive-ins around us. Where we are in Pennsylvania, there's quite a few. So within an hour's drive, we have probably, like, 4 to 5 drive-ins. So we love going to them. And I thought it really hit the mark. When I'm eating my food during the movie, like, it's dark and I'm not able to see even then, but I do get what you're saying, like, it's tough to see. And it's not like I'm eating snack food like you eat at the drive-in, you're eating, like, a meal. So I'm not sitting in the drive-in watching Aladdin eating, like, a full-on meal with no lights. But I still think that it caught it really well. I actually do understand what you're saying about sitting with people that you don't necessarily know. It's similar to some cruises that you go on. You're sitting with people that you don't necessarily always know. So I get that. But I guess from the get-go, when you go, you check in. They walk you down a dark kind of corridor. And then when you come in, it's like right there, wide open. It's really neat. You can sit in the cars, or you can sit at tables with kind of umbrellas, even though they're inside. But again, it's very reminiscent of going to a drive-in with the separate seating.
And there was the poles next to the cars,
right? Where kind of they would have the music coming through or whatnot. And they did have video playing. A lot of it was like old B movie like clips or trailer, like things like that. Commercials.
Kind of.
Yep, and I really liked that. I thought it was really awesome. So, enjoyed it. I liked it. I went with a 5. I get why the 4 though. So, but yep, very good.
Oh, also one more thing.
Yes.
Which I thought was kind of weird. It was very, very quiet.
Because people are eating.
Well, yes, but you know, when you're in a regular restaurant, like, you know, there's noise, you hear people talking.
Right.
But everyone was really quiet, and I think it was because they had the movies playing. So, like, I don't know if it's just the atmosphere. People came in and they just automatically were like, we have to stay quiet because there's a movie playing.
Right.
Or...
Yeah, that's very true. It was very quiet, now that you're mentioning it. Right. Very good. Let's... Perks? Alright, so go 3, 2, 1. Alright, and why do we go with the 3?
I went with the 3 because I couldn't really think of any, like, great perks with it. I think one is that you can either sit in the car or you can sit at the table, so you kind of have your choice of which seating.
Okay.
And the cars are pretty cool, I think.
Yes. I went with the 4. Again, not... Well, I thought there were a good amount of perks.
Oh, and I guess, like... Sorry.
That's okay.
You get a little show.
Yes, and I went with that. You get a little show. It's less of a show than Hoop-de-Doo Review or something like that, but more of a show than eating at Tony's.
Yeah.
But I also thought, other than the show, again, we went with the meal plan, so I got, as far as drinks go, I was able to drink the milkshake, which we'll get to when we talk about food, but those kind of things for me is a little extra as a perk. I did really like that. Also, and the seating. So I thought that there were a good amount of perks, but again, the dinner show is a little bit different than what you would get at like a Hoop-de-Doo or something like that. But again, the Hoop-de-Doo, depending on where you're sitting, is sometimes two table service credits per person, or 1 depending on where you're sitting. And this is just the 1 table service credit. But again, I thought that was pretty good. So I was pretty happy with the theming, or with the perks. I thought there were some good perks. But as far as the milkshakes go, I wasn't able to get refills. But you got lemonade and you were able to get refills if you wanted refills, right?
I don't think I got a refill.
Well, I don't know either. But just like as a fountain drink, you probably be able to get refills. But a lot of quick service, you're not able to get the refills. So that's kind of a little bit of a perk also. All right, let's go with value. Alright, so go 3, 2, 1. Alright, so samesies. Why did we go with the 4?
I went with the 4 because the meal that we got, I think we got a lot of food for the price.
Okay, very good. And we didn't get the most expensive meal on the menu, I believe. I just checked the menu again while we were going through. They don't have this on the menu anymore. We got the barbecue platter. There was a lot of food with it. I think the steak was more expensive. But I thought what we got was really nice because it kind of was like a wide variety of food. So I think that was good. And again, that was within what we were allotted for our table service credits. And I liked that. That was good. But I think the amount of options is also good because there are many different price points you could get. And that's always really nice too. So there's not a lot that's super expensive, but everything's kind of well-rounded as far as price goes. I've seen more expensive, like steak on property, and I've seen probably some cheaper steak on property. But so I think it's kind of right there, smack in the middle. Except like what we got had a lot of options for the price, and I really liked that too. And like I said, with the meal plan that we were on, I also thought it was a good value that I was able to get a milkshake with it as my drink. So that was good. All right, let's go on to the food. What we thought of the food.
What's debating? Okay.
3, 2, 1. All right, very good. Why do we go with the 4?
I went with 4 because it was a lot of food, and it came with a different variety. It was the barbecue platter.
Barbecue platter, I believe, right?
So that came with barbecue chicken,
barbecue chicken,
brisket,
brisket,
ribs, corn muffin, and soda beans.
Right, baked beans, and
Yeah.
the barbecue that was like as the mix was like a soda based.
And I thought everything tasted good.
I agree.
The ribs were my favorite.
Okay, I really like the brisket,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to think. The chicken I thought was really juicy, and that's good, especially when they're making it like bulk, with the amount of people that would be buying the food and stuff. So I thought the chicken was very juicy, and I thought the food in overall was like very good quality. I thought the ribs did fall off the bone; they were good. The chicken, great. I give it a 4 because I'm not the biggest baked beans fan, but I thought the flavor of them was good.
See, I did not think the
You
flavor
didn't
of the
think
beans
flavor was good?
No.
Okay.
It was almost like, I don't want to say a bitter flavor, but
Right.
I just did not like it.
Okay. I gave it a 4. Well, let's say cornbread. Is cornbread good?
Yes, the cornbread was good.
Did it have pieces of corn in it? I couldn't remember.
I don't
There was
know.
something about the cornbread that I wasn't 100% sold on, but it was okay. The I gave it a 4 because my milkshake was not mixed. I got the let me see here. I got the Oreo cookie milkshake, and as soon as I ordered, they said, "Oh, our Oreo cookie machine, like our mixer is down, so we can
That's
make
right.
you a vanilla milkshake with Oreo cookies on the top." It's like, that's kind of a bummer, but I mean, it was still good. I just had to kind of do the mixing myself by hand to get that to happen. For dessert, I had the Sci-Fi candy bar, which was awesome. It was so good. Probably one of my favorite desserts on during this trip. I thought it was really, really good. You got the s'mores brownie and ice cream.
I didn't eat a lot of it, and the only reason I didn't eat a lot of it is because my meal was so big, and I ate more of my meal than my dessert.
All right, very good. Our last category is would we go back? So let's see. All right, so go 3, 2, 1. Okay. Why would you maybe go back and maybe not go back?
Well, I think experience it once is good.
Good.
Because, you get to go inside, you get to see what it's all about. But I think that if we were to pick another restaurant over this one, I would probably pick another one.
Okay. I went with a 4.
Maybe because it's so dark.
Right.
Maybe that's it.
Another perk is
And
that it
some
is
flashlight.
inside.
Yes.
With the lights off, it might be a little cooler. I didn't think it was overly hot, and we went in late August, early September, and it was hot. So that was nice to be inside at that time. But I picked a 4 because I was kind of, especially if I have the meal plan, I was weighing it on the other options in Hollywood Studios. And there are some other options to eat at, but this one seems like the better value. Some of them had like pot roast as opposed to steak and things like that, and I think the steak is more expensive normally. So if you're on the meal plan, that gives you a better value for your food. And your mom got the steak, and I do remember the waitress telling her that the waitress, she thought that it was the best steak on property, and your mom really did like it a lot.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that also. But yeah, that's why I picked the 4, because especially since they did change the menu up a little bit. I did see some other options that I didn't show you, but they do look pretty good also. So if I was on the meal plan again, that would probably be a place that I would try again, especially with a new menu. Not saying that I wouldn't try others, but...
Yeah, maybe, because I remember when we were kind of going through like what we were going to eat on the menu at that point, the barbecue platter was the one thing that I was like, I definitely know that I'm going to get that. I'm not really too sure about anything else. But yeah, maybe with a new menu, maybe I would bump it up to a 4.
Okay. Let's say 3.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
3.5.
So, have you ever eaten at the Sci-Fi Dine In Theater? If you have, why don't you leave a comment down below? And if you have or haven't, but like the video that we put out, why don't you hit the like button? And please think about subscribing to our channel and dining in with us by hitting the bell for notifications. We will try to put out some content week to week as we can. And we do thank you very much for watching. If you have any friends or family that are going to Disney, making any trips or anything like that, try to get them to watch also. Try to get them to subscribe. It always helps us out because we like when we sign in, we say, oh, we have more people watching, we have more subscribers and things like that. It's just fun for us. And I just want to say once again, thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys next time.